Oh, we are getting in there right now. Just getting up. I just had to get the chat and stuff up. What's up, everybody? Hold on. I got the stupid feedback from TikTok. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the screen as these guys are out on the track putting down their qualifying times. Right now, it is Derek Vance at the top of the charts with the quick time. Who do we got out there putting down laps? Looks like Cody Nevin out on the track right now. Putting down the lap. I guess he's in the number 17 DeWalt machine as he rolls out on the track. Shane Haas out there on the track. Right now, our top five are going to be Derek Vance, Matt Best, Zach Lovelace, Matt Selby, and Jared Claude. Your top five as it stands right now. We'll see if anybody else can bust into the top of the board. Mark Thrash pulling out on the track as we get ready for race number 3, the Welcomeback Shane Weatherington 160 at Dover. We've been having a little bit of fun with those titles after naming it after somebody either in the league or related to the league each and every week. So this has been a lot of fun. As no nose, Cody Nevin out on the track right now, currently 10th on the boards. Let's see if he's able to pick up the pace on lap number 2. Derek Vance out there with a quick time with a 22.8. Jared Jones going to jump up there to the number 5 spot with a 22.976. Shane oh no, Nevin loses it and wrecks the car. I think it was after the start finish line. I think he did get both laps in. Shane Haas gonna be starting deep in the field here tonight. Mark Thrash gonna move up to the number 3 spot as he works lap number 2. We're gonna see if he's able to pick up the pace here on his second lap. Can he get to the top of the charts? He does not. A little bit slower on lap number 2. Mark Thrash currently 3rd on the board. Thomas Wyatt now pulling out on the track as we got about 4 minutes left here in qualifying. We'll see if David Mayo and Riley Green go out there and take a lap or not. How much time you got? You got 4 minutes, Riley. 4 minutes. What's up, John's mom? What's up? All right, so Thomas Wyatt going to start his first lap here in qualifying in that number 13 machine. As he comes out of turn number 2. Rolling in through turn number 3 and 4. Let's see what lap number 1's going to look like for him here tonight as he comes across the line. A little bit low. That thing got light on him at 23.399. Currently 19th quick. Let's see if he's able to pick up the pace here on lap number 2. Jacob, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. What's up, Steele? Thank you for the likes. Appreciate it, buddy. I've been meaning to jump over there and hang out with you guys one of these nights. Thomas going to come across the line to complete lap number 2. Let's see where that puts him. That's going to jump him up to 11th quick with a 23.093. Thomas Wyatt able to pick up the pace on lap number 2. So I think Riley Green is planning on pulling out on the track in that 07 machine. He is currently at the end of pit road. Appreciate you, buddy. Here comes Riley Green in the 0. He was just waiting for his own time. He wanted to be on TV. I know some of you guys are watching it on YouTube, on your TV. All right, he's going to go out there in that 07. We'll see what kind of lap time he can put down or if he sends that thing in the spin cycle. I'm sure he's got some dirty laundry in his room. A few socks standing up on their own as he comes off a pit road. All right, here comes Riley Green coming to take the green flag. He's going to send it through turn at number 1 and 2. I do have, I got to figure that out. I got to go play with a couple of these other settings I think might be appropriate for this series. especially in qualifying. Riley Green coming through turn number 3 and 4, coming to take the white flag. 1 lap to go. Let's see where Riley Green is going to put that thing. Lap number 1, currently 20th quickest with a 23.617. Let's see if he's able to pick up the pace here on lap number 2 as he comes down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Riley Green going to roll through. He's going to come across with about 1 minute left in qualifying. So didn't wait till the absolute last minute. What's up, Get Some? As Riley Green comes across the line, he's going to be 18th quick on the board with a 23.302. Riley Green going to send it off 18th. I do not think David Mayo is going to take a lap here tonight. Well, until the race anyway. All right, so Derek Vance on the pole here tonight. Matt Best in second, Mark Thrash third, Zach Lovelace fourth, Matt Selby in that number 5 spot. How do I join? This is a league. It's Texas Speed. I don't know if they're taking anybody else or not. If one of them's in the chat or listening, they have a little bit of time that they can respond and tell me right now. But I do not know if they're taking any more cars. But if you have more questions over there on TikTok, click on my profile. My Discord link is in there. You can jump in my Discord and I can connect you with those guys if they don't respond in the chat. They're getting ready to race. So that is going to be the end of qualifying. We're going to get into tonight's race. 160 laps at the Monster Mile. Will Miles win? Will we crown a new winner here in the Welcomeback Shane Weatherington 160 here tonight? As these guys load up onto pit road, getting ready for tonight's main event. Let's go ahead and hit up tonight's starting grid. Starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be Derek Vance. Outside of him in that number 2 spot, it's going to be Matt Best. Starting in that number 3 spot inside row number 2. Good luck to me. Oh, yeah, you are deep. Oh, God, I hate it when I got to fix that. All right, starting outside of row number 2 in that number 4 spot, it is going to be Zach Lovelace. Starting inside row number 3 in that number 5 position, it's going to be Matt Selby. Outside of him, it's going to be the 99 of Jared Jones. Starting on the inside of row number 4 in that number 7 spot, it's going to be Jared Claude. Outside of him, in the number 8, it's going to be that lightning fast kid, Asher Hansen. Starting in that number 9 spot here tonight, he's probably got no pants on. It's going to be Johnny No Pants Gutekunst. Starting outside of him, welcome back in that number 25, it's going to be Shane Weatherington. Starting in the number 11 spot, it is going to be Thomas Wyatt. Outside of him, it's in the number 16, it's going to be Jonathan Burt. Making a comeback here this week, he missed last week in that number 17 machine. It's going to be Cody Nevin starting 13th with Daniel McConnell outside of him in the number 14 position. Starting in the number 15 spot, it is going to be the number 60 of Davin Dumet. Outside of him in that number 23 machine, it's going to be Shane Haas. Starting in the number 17 spot in that number 32 machine, it's going to be Tyler Thompson. Outside of him in the 07, it's going to be Riley Green. He had a good run in week number 1, but struggled last week. He's looking for a comeback here. He's going to start deep in the field. That's kind of what he did week with number 1. He's looking for a little redemption. It's going to be the number 20 of Micah Hutton. Outside of him, my bad, I forgot to click that over for you guys. Outside of him, in the number 65, it's going to be Bill Sleep, his first race with the series. Then starting shotgun on the field here tonight in the 08 machine, it's going to be David Hellman's Mayo. Get some. Get some. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2. We're going to get that green flag this time by as they head out of turn number 4. Let's hear it for them as they come to the green. Green flag is out. Green flag is out. Big question here is, are we going to get that first lap? And as they head into turn number 1 and 2, Matt Best holding strong on the outside. He's going to take the lead in turn number 1 and 2. Everybody so far keeping it lean and green through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, we got one around. I had to say something. It's the 88 of Jared Claude. spinning around in the spin cycle down the back straightaway. That's going to bring the caution out for the first time here tonight. All right, let's see. It is foggy out. Holy cow. Let's see what happened to Jared. Oh, he's going to get wet. Oh, he got a little loose, and Weatherington gets in the back of him. Little bobble out of Jared Claude in turn number 1 and 2. And that closing spin. Oh, yeah, he didn't have a whole lot. He tried to lift out of that one. Turns him around. Caution flag here on lap number 1. Well, you know, Shane Weatherington's going to have that wanted dead or alive poster probably next week. As we get the first caution flag here of the night. Matt Best leading the way. Zach Lovelace in second. Derek Vance going to fall back to the number 3 spot. Mark Thrash back to 4th. Jared Jones, your top 5 as it stands right now. All right, so Cody Nevin trying to fix that internet connection, a little bit of an internet connection out of that number 17 right now, trying to get that figured out. Yeah, that's Matt Selby. He's actually a dirt guy. He's been running a lot more asphalt here. So is Jared Jones. I mean, both these guys have decent I ratings for the asphalt side. Got a few dirt guys. So Cody going to go ahead and take the EOL in that number 17, gets put to the back as he's having a little bit of internet connection issue. What's up, Ryan? What's up, buddy? Make sure you guys get those likes, shares, and follows out there. Let's get some people up here in the stream tonight. Looks pretty quiet out there right now over there on YouTube and Facebook. Got everybody pretty spread out tonight. As they come out of turn at number 4, let's see if they get that one to go this time by. They're going to re-rack them, restack them. Matt Best leading the way. Gavin down on pit road. It is 1 to go. We are going green flag. It is old school restarts here. It'll be all the lead lap cars up on the top side. Appreciate it, Billy. Appreciate it. All the lead lap cars up there on the outside. Lap cars will be on the bottom. We have no lap cars right now, so no lap cars to worry about. So we will have some of that here tonight. That'll be awfully interesting to see what some of those slower damaged cars may do on these restarts as these guys try to avoid them here tonight. That could create a little bit of chaos. Riley, you need to drive. I don't know if Billy can. I don't know if it sends it over. Does it send it over there? It doesn't. Riley says, I think he tried to say OMG, Billy, over there on the Twitch side. Oh, you seen it? Okay, I wasn't sure. Oh, I see it. I see it showing. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. I think a couple of them hit the wall. Matt Best with a good start as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Into turn number 1 and 2. We're going to skim through the field. Everybody so far keeping it clean and green. Cody Nevin having some issues with that internet. Hopefully that figures itself out as they're going to have a nice green flag lap here as they come out of turn number 4. Jared Jones making moves as he makes his move around Mark Thrash out of turn number 4 down into turn number 1 and 2. You want crab walkers. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, single file for the front of the field. It is a little crazier back here for about 7th on back as Asher screwed up his qualifying run. He is trying to find a way through the field. Currently up 1 spot. Jonathan Burt behind him. Shane Weatherington in that number 9 position. Weatherington trying to make some moves in that number 25. He's got to take care of those tires here tonight. It is going to be a lot of laps here, limited tires need to take care of the tires on this abrasive concrete surface as Selby makes his way around Mark Thrash. Mark Thrash now falling back into that number 6 position. Selby up into the top 5. Burt and Asher side by side into turn number 3 and 4. Mark Thrash going to be on the bottom side. That's going to put the block on Asher as, Thrash so sideways out of turn number 2. He's able to hold on to it, but he's going to lose a couple spots as Asher Hansen and Shane Weatherington make their way around him on the outside. Here comes Johnny Gutekunst next in line to pass Mark Thrash. Will Mark stop this bleeding here soon as they head into turn number 1 and 2? He looks like he might be picking up that pace a little bit, losing too many spots as they come through turn number 1 and 2. Top guys single file right now. This is where all the action's at. We got Shane Haas and Daniel McConnell side by side. Haas going to fall back into that number 12 position out of turn number 4. Yeah, the 73. Look. I got to show you how he was super creative with it, too, because he put their Texas Speed. He put the Texas where the DuPont used to be, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, I know you like the classic, Gordon. Shane Haas going to make his way around Daniel out of turn number 4, moves himself up into that number 12 spot. Let's go back up to the front. Take a look at what these leaders are doing. Lap traffic up ahead already. Cody Nevin about to go a lap down as Matt Best going to jump up underneath him through turn number 3 and 4. Puts Cody Nevin 1 lap down here tonight. Struggling a little bit is Cody Nevin. Most of that is his internet connection. We'll see if he's able to get back on the lead lap and pick the pace up here tonight. I expect Nevin to get a decent run later on as we're going to move back here right around Selby as it looks like he's starting to get some company. Here comes Matt Best in that number 16. Yeah, it is Jeff Gordon colors. Steele's a big Jeff Gordon fan. I mean, I was a Jeff Gordon fan growing up too. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Someone getting the wall up there as they come down the back straightaway. We're going to watch Selby here trying to play a little bit of defense. Jonathan Burt, he's running a little bit of a diamond line. I don't know if he's trying to make the pass or just trying to be comfortable in those turns, trying to be a little bit easier on those tires. We'll see if that line pays off later on in this one as he goes to work on Selby out of turn number 2. So if you have not ran Dover before, there is a little bit of a weird transition, especially out of turn number 2 where the level of the concrete is a little weird and the car likes to jump out from under you, and these guys trying to play that. You were never a Gordon fan. Try to play that concrete, play that turn so it's as smooth as possible. You can see them. Some of them getting loose out of turn number 2 there, getting on the throttle going over that transition. Matt Best continuing to lead the way here as it looks like we might have a little bit of a battle for that number 2 spot, starting to pick up a little bit here as Derek Vance has caught the back of Lovelace. Lap car coming off of pit road. That is going to be Jared Claude in that number 88 machine. I think he ended up going down and getting the fast repair. He might not have gotten it earlier. Definitely was a lot of damage. You hated Gordon. Rusty was better. Rusty was good too. Look, I always liked racing for the racing. I liked a lot of different drivers. I don't even have a favorite now. I don't watch it a lot anymore, but I'm more of a dirt guy than anything. But yeah. So Selby able to put a little bit of separation as Jonathan Burt has fallen back. Maybe he had a hang on to it, boys moment as he is starting to fall backwards in that number 16. Asher has moved up to the number 6 spot. Keep an eye on this number 8, especially if we get some long green flag runs. He's one of the best in the series to take care of his car and be there at that. And this is the one guy they are all worried about on the track in this number 8 machine as they come out of turn at number 4. Johnny Gutekunst putting pressure on Shane Weatherington as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, man, he is all over the back of Weatherington. Weatherington giving a little bit of gas out of the corner there. Got sideways, able to hold on to it. You got to be so easy on the throttle here. It is actually more treacherous on the straightaways as Weatherington goes up the track. Here comes Johnny No Pants. Johnny going to send it down into turn number 1 and 2, side by side with Weatherington as they come through turn number 1 and 2. Is he going to clear him? Weatherington holds strong on the outside. He's got to be careful here. He could lose a lot of spots up high if he's not careful as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Look at that. Daniel McConnell jumps up to the outside. Maybe there's a little something up there. Nope. Johnny No Pants going to make the pass. Daniel had a handful there. Almost got into Shane Haas as it looks like Weatherington going to be able to fall back in line behind Jonathan Burt as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Let's go take a look at this battle for the lead as it looks like Lovelace is closing the gap on Matt Best. Yeah, you can see Nevin's starting to pick up the pace a little bit here. He has figured out that connection. He has figured out that car. He's going to try to make some moves here in that number 17 and move his way forward as they come out of turn number 2. Look for the 17 to try to get himself on the lead lap the old-fashioned way. He's going to need to here because we're starting to look like we're having a green flag run here, and if we don't get a caution, he's going to have to start making ground on these leaders. All right, so that's going to give a little bit of separation for Matt Best as here comes Cody Nevin trying to... Oh, Cody's a couple laps down. Oh, did he wreck? Did he have to use a fast repair? So Cody's a few laps down as he is now working the back of Matt Best into turn number 1 and 2. He's going to try to get one of his laps here pretty quickly. He might have newer tires than everybody else. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, is he sideways out of 2? He's going to get up underneath Matt. So Nevin going to try to move into that, move into one less lap down. He is 5 laps down as it stands right now. So that is one of his 6 laps that he was down, now back on the lead lap. So this could get interesting with the lap car starting on the inside. We get caution flags. Nevin is going to have an opportunity to get those laps back the hard way and not just rely on a lucky dog situation, which will not work right now because Jared Claude is also a couple laps down. So we're going to have to see some strategies out of some of these guys. Matt Selby with his hands full as Asher Hansen and Mark Thrash are moving their way forward in the pack. Asher going to look to the high side. He's going to blink a little bit here in turn number 1 and 2. Hopefully that connection holds on as they come out of turn 2. He's going to cut down Selby. I don't know if Selby was going for the blocker, expected him to take the outside, but they almost make contact down the back straightaway. Here comes Asher down low. Yeah, I mean, they're doing pretty good. 26 laps. 26 laps in the books right now as it stands. We had the caution on lap number 1. They've been green ever since they've gone back green. As they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Matt Best leads the way. Zach Lovelace second. Derek Vance third. Jared Jones fourth. Asher Hansen has now moved up 3 spots into the top 5. Mark Thrash now going to work on that number 2 as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Can he find his way around Matt Selby as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4? I actually kind of expected this track to fit some of these guys that run dirt more regular. Definitely a much more physical track, a lot of throttle control, and look for some of these dirt guys. If they can save the tires, to have some great runs here tonight. Matt Selby being one of those. Jared Jones, another one. Jared Jones currently in that number 4 spot. Here comes Mark Thrash looking for the number 6 spot up underneath Selby into turn at number 3 and 4. Side by side, Selby's going to give him the room, drop down in line, minimize the loss in time to that 8th place car of Johnny Gutekunst as they come out of turn number 4 down into 1 and 2. So a little bit of give and take. Some of that give is for his own benefit as Matt Best leads the way. I'll tell you what, Cody Nevin is putting down some laps right now, trying to pull away from the leaders. He's going to need a little help today, but he's definitely got the pace. Riley Green has gone a couple laps down. Wow, he is sideways out of turn number 2. This might be a rough one for him. Hold on to it, Riley. Hold on to it. Matt Best hoping for a little bit of luck. He had some rough luck yesterday. He got caught up in a couple wrecks and some internet malfunctions. He's hoping for a better day here tonight as we got second and third, nose to tail, and Jared Claude just behind him. Jared could benefit if he can get around him. I think they do have the lucky dog turned on. If Jared can get up there and get one of his laps back, the hard way, he could get the wave around and get back on the lead lap. So he's really trying to work that number 88. Weatherington going to have issues. Weatherington down on pit road in that number 25, hitting pit road. Pit stops are going on here. Shane Weatherington on pit road. Matt Best continues to lead the way. We're going to see how long these guys decide to stay out. I don't know how many laps they get. He's so good. He is good. Yesterday, he had no luck. He had zero luck yesterday. He is good. We got to convince him to run some dirt because I actually honestly think he'd be the best in dirt out of all his disciplines. I think he's got a knack that would suit dirt very well. So different strategies going on right now. Matt Best continues to lead. Zach Lovelace in second. He's got his hands full with Derek Vance right now as they come out down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Vance is starting to put some work on the 00 of Lovelace. Lovelace sideways out of turn number 4. That's another one who's just got talent, and that's going to be Zach Lovelace, currently in that number 2 spot. Getting his first second place over in the ARCA Dirt Series on last night. Hell of a race for him. Had to hold off a hard charging Tyler Autry. Autry was putting the pressure on him. He did not fold. Lovelace closing the night last night with a second place at USA in the ARCA Dirt Series. Phenomenal run for him in that 00 machine. Jared Jones has fallen back into the grasp of the number 8 of Asher Hansen as they come out of turn number 2. Asher definitely picking up the speed, running a good pace right now. Mark Thrash, I think, was the quickest car on old tires that last time by as these guys come across the line. Let's take a look at these lap times once again. Yeah, Mark Thrash has got some pace. He is consistently one of the faster cars right now. Here comes Asher looking to the inside of Jared Jones. Jared Jones going to try to minimize the time loss here. No, he's going to stay to the outside a little bit longer than expected on Asher, but smoothly transitions back in line out of turn number 4. So actually a good move there. Able to keep that momentum out of turn number 4 and stay on the back bumper as much as he could on that number 8, but he is losing ground on the number 8 as Asher is now pulling away. Wow. Mark Thrash sideways out of turn number 4. Mark trying to move up into that top 5. Yeah, so I figured it'd be pretty quiet, not a whole lot of drama right now. Everybody, it's been pretty good since we've gone back green, as it looks like Matt Best is now starting to reel back in Cody Nevin. Nevin, unfortunately, having some bad luck with that internet connection. Bill Sleep just ahead of him. Bill Sleep, the last car on the lead lap in that number 65. They're going to be working him, putting him one lap down here pretty soon. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. They're going to make their way around Bill Sleep. This is a little crazy for our leader as he's got 2 lap cars around him out of turn 4. Him and Nevin going to make it around Bill Sleep. Now Matt Best going to go to work on that number 17 to put him one more lap down. He's got a lot of room behind him. It is 1.79 seconds back to that second place car of Zach Lovelace. So lap traffic now starting to come in play for these guys as Cody Nevin sideways out of turn number 4. A little bit of a oh no moment, I'm sure, for Matt Best as they come through turn number 1 and 2. Best going to slide up and put Nevin one more lap down as they come out of turn number 2. Nevin's going to pound the wall out of turn number 2. Daniel McConnell. McConnell had issues. He is down on pit road. No caution flag. Oh, yellow did come out. Yellow flag comes out. What happened to McConnell there? Oh, he missed. Oh, no. Oh, we're going to call him Daniel Larson after this one. Here comes Daniel Larson trying to hit pit road. Ooh. Oh no, Daniel. That is unfortunate for the number 73 as he gets a ton of damage here. These guys coming down on pit road, lead lap cars coming down on pit road. Matt Best, Zach Lovelace, Derek Vance, Asher Hansen, Jared Jones, everybody coming down on pit road. We're going to see Johnny Gutekunst, Shane Weatherington, Riley Green. I don't know if they're going to get the wave around. He did major loft. Yeah. Ouch. Yeah, pace car from the pace car from the Phoenix race. That is a great example. I was thinking, what was it? Was it Darlington that I'm gonna have to go get a drink. Was it Darlington that Larson did that at? Where did Larson get the pit wall the one year? So the way this may play off is these guys may actually be on the tail end of the lead lap in front of the leader. Pocono. Okay. Yeah, I remember it happened. I just couldn't remember which track. It may not give these guys the wave around. I just want to remind you, it may not give these guys the wave around. It may just leave them on the tail end of the lead lap. I would just tell them to take it and clear their blacks. It's probably going to be the easiest way if it doesn't wave them around here, because getting those wave arounds is going to be a pain right here. Oh. All right, so those guys going to go ahead and get their wave arounds as Matt Best's going to roll up to the... Nevin, you're going to be inside of the leader. It's old school rules. All right, so we're going to get them side by side out of turn at number 4. Looking for that green flag this time by. As they come down the back straightaway is side by side. As they head into turn number 3 and 4, looking for the green flag. Looks like the 88 going to get behind Cody Nevin. He is looking to get a lap back too. Riley Green. We got a couple guys that are going to be down on the inside as they got a wave around, but as we look for the green flag. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Couple cars tire spinning out of turn at number 4 down the front straightaway, down into turn at number 1 and 2. Oh, that was legendary for sure. They've had some issues at the Glen too. Oh my God, Nevin sideways. Oh, they're wrecking. They're wrecking. They're wrecking in the back. Big wreck in the back. Jonathan Burt. Micah is caught up in that one. Shane Haas caught up in that one. Big wreck out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Caution flag comes back out. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. That happens a little bit further up. We're going to move up a little bit. Oh, I think that Bert's just going to get loose out of turn number 4. He does. Oh, he gets loose. Nowhere for these guys to go. Micah's going to go for a ride there. Shane Haas minimizes the damage in that number 23 machine, but Jonathan Burt and Micah taking big damage here tonight on a lap number 47. 48. So caution flag comes out here tonight. Couple cars going down on pit road. Jonathan's going to... Hey, it doesn't look too bad. It looks like Micah might have gotten the worst of that one. Some of these guys going to come down, get some damage repaired. Probably not use their fast repair yet. None of those cars looking too bad that are coming down. Micah's going to have to use his, though. Let's go take a look at Shane Haas. He's got some damage in the back, but I don't think he looks too bad. We'll see if he just takes that damage repair. Not look at... Oh, he took the fast repair. Oh no, I don't think that was the move. That car did not look too bad. He's going to pull back out on the track. Matt Best leading the way. What's up, Reaper? What's up, buddy? All right. All right, we're going to get them restacked up here once again. Matt Best leading the way here tonight in that number 6 machine. He is absolutely dominated here so far tonight. Not a real big surprise here, but I'm telling you, there's definitely a couple drivers, especially that number 8 car, that we'll be watching for late in this one. Mark Thrash has a habit of being there late too. Don't count out the number 38 here tonight either. Looks like Damit's on pit road. I mean, Gavin, he is down on pit road. Doesn't look like he's going to make it out. He's going to go a lap down here, as they are going to get the one to go. They're going to stack them up once again. Lap cars down on the inside. These guys got to get a good start. Take advantage of being on that inside. Try to get a lap back here as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Going to be interested to see what happens here. If we get another caution, I'm going to have to go get a water. All right, so Matt Best leading the way. So Bert having a little bit of issues. He goes down, gets his car fixed. Looks like he might be all right here tonight. He just had a little damage on the back. Not sure if he used his fast repair. I wish there was something that would tell me. Also, if you guys look over there on the ticker, it will now show if they got a meatball or a black flag. So if you're wondering who has black flags, who has meatballs, you will be able to see over there on that right-hand side as the green flag is out. Nevin's going to get on the gas there. He's going to slide up in front of Lovelace out of turn number 4. Big wreck as Lovelace gets into the back of Nevin. I think Nevin might have spun the tires a little bit there as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Big damage for Lovelace. Oh, I think Nevin might have spun the... Oh, so it sounds like he might have shifted at the wrong time. He had a car low. Caution flag comes out here for the 3rd time here tonight. Yeah. All right, so things getting interesting here. Around lap number 50. You're not bothering me if you're still listening. Yes, Lovelace is probably not very happy. He's going to come down on pit road. Let's take a look at the front of that car. He's got some damage. I'll be curious to see if he takes that fast repair. How bad? It looks like the wheel is straight right now. So he may be all right with the steering. I don't think aero is going to play a big role here tonight. Let's see if he takes that damage repair or if he takes a fast repair here as he comes down on pit road. This could actually be interesting. He could change up his strategy a little bit here. In the 00 could put him in a position. Matt Best, definitely the class of the field. This could put him in a position to do something a little different. Not sure how much damage he's got on that 00. Let's see. Oh, he's going to take the fast repair. He is going to take the fast repair. So Zach Lovelace going to take that fast repair. Damage was going to take too long to repair. I'm looking at my messages. My bad. All right, so I'm laughing at Cody.
line.
You say that one more time, but a little slower.
Yeah, we missed that, Cody. Can you say that one more time?
Can you say it with a sexy voice?
Are we live?
Stay in your lane. Are we live?
Cody said stay in your lane or he's going to spank you.
Hey, where can we watch the stream at?
Now everybody's going to get out. No. Stay in the lane.
No dots car. I don't see a dots car tonight. All right, we're going to stack them up into turn at number 3 and 4, looking for the green flag this time by. If we get another caution, I'm going to get a water. All right, so Riley Green going to be starting on the inside this time as Matt Best brings the field to the green. Green flag is out of turn number 4. So we got a little flurry of caution flags here. Matt Best going to jump away. We're going to see if we can get a nice long green flag run here once again. Those lap cars down on the inside could play interesting with these lead lap cars as Derek Vance not making his way around Riley Green very quickly in that 06. So Riley has some pace here with those tires with the leaders into turn number 3 and 4. Riley going to slide up the track. Here comes Asher Hansen looking down low. Asher up to the number 3 spot. He is looking for more. He's got Jared Jones behind him as they head into through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Oh, Jared, hold on to it. Oh, my God. Jared Jones looking for the inside wall. It is still there, bud. As he gets back up into place. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That is the longest word ever. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Matt Best going to lead the way. Derek Vance second. Asher Hansen in third. That is not what Matt Best wanted to see on his relative as these guys try to make their way around Riley Green. Mark Thrash in that number 4 spot, surrounded by lap cars. Jared Jones behind him. What's up, Xena? As they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, Mark Thrash trying to make his way around the 88 of Jared Claude as they come out of turn to number 2. Mark Thrash up into the number 4 spot. Jared Jones back to 5th. Jones trying to move his way forward too. Got a little loose out of turn number 2. Almost got that inside wall. Oh, I know that word. I grew up with that stuff. Down through. Oh, Thrash, hold on to it. He's dirt tracking around 1 and 2. Mark Thrash with a hell of a save out of turn number 2. He's going to keep it down on the bottom, digging up underneath the 88 of Jared Claude as he's going to clear him out of turn number 4. So Mark Thrash going to finally clear the lap car. Jared Jones behind him. So that got a little interesting for the lead lap cars. I'll tell you what, Jared Jones with a little bit of pace there in that number 99 machine. He's looking to put the pressure on the number 38 of Mark Thrash. What's up, Kenny? What's up, buddy? Would have loved to have seen you in this league. As the caution flag comes out once again. Looks like Bill Sleep and Riley Green having some issues here. Let's take a look and see. Oh, Riley's going to get loose, isn't he? Riley's been getting loose off a turn. Oh, he got the wall and into Bill Sleep. Both of them hard into the inside wall. Yeah, Riley trying to stay out of the way. Gets tight there. It is real easy. If you miss that line in turn number 1 and 2, that car does like to push up into the wall. Riley Green taking a big hit out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Caution flag comes out here once again. We don't have a dots car in here tonight. I am definitely looking at my messages, because I got quiet. All right, so Matt Best going to continue to lead. Looks like Jared Jones going to come down on pit road. Man, he had a handful. Selby's going to follow him. Looks like they might be playing a little bit of strategy. Gudakun's down on pit road. Bill Sleep obviously has to come on pit road. So does Riley Green in that 07. As those guys go on pit road to work. Caution flag at number 5. Is it number 5? I hope somebody's keeping count. All right, so let's see where we are at right now. As Matt Best continues to lead the way. Yes, I am laughing at your messages. Derek Vance in second, Asher Hansen in third, Mark Thrash in fourth, Tyler Thomas, I said that backwards, up 12 spots to the number 5 position. Weatherington up to the number 6 spot. David Mayo has kept it clean here tonight so far. He started shotgun on the field. He is currently in that number 7 spot. All right, what am I explaining to you, Fire? What am I explaining to you? All right, so they're going to come across the line. Looks like those lights are off. We are going green flag racing. Oh, it's Texas Speed is the name of the series, is the group, and it's Texas Speed. Yes, and then it's also the league name. All right, so lap cars down on the inside right now. Looks like Gavin has quite a few laps down, but in that number 60, back out on the track. Jared Claude, he is going to be on the lead lap next time. I think he can get that lucky dog. As they come out of turn number 4, green flag is out. Green flag is out as Matt Best going to pull away. Derek Vance in second. Asher Hansen in third as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Looks like Mark Thrash going to clear the lap cars. That's going to be good for him. Now it's going to be Tyler Thomas. Wow. He's going to have to deal with the 88 of Jared Claude as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Weatherington, though. Weatherington getting around Thomas. He's going to take that number 5 spot and pass the lap car out of turn number 4. Out of turn number 2. So that top 5 has definitely changed up a lot tonight. But one thing that has not is Matt Best leading the way here tonight in that number 6 machine. He has been leading every lap I think he's led here tonight. Matt Best has led every lap here so far tonight since the green flag came out. 65 laps into this one. 65 laps completed in this one. We have 95 laps to go. It looks like it might be getting interesting. Oh, Weatherington having some issues. Weatherington blinks out. Not sure what happened there, but he loses a ton of spots. Weatherington all the way back now to that number 15 spot. He is lucky he was able to stay on the track, falling back to 15th as Matt Best continues to lead. Derek is not really letting him get away. Asher is definitely creeping in that number 8. I'm telling you, the fourth and fifth place car, Mark Thrash and Asher Hansen, were both quick as the laps went on that first green flag run. This could be dangerous for the rest of the field with those guys in that 4th and 5th spot. But Mark Thrash has company as Tyler Thomas and Jonathan Burt have caught him as we got a battle starting to brew for that number 4 spot. Down into turn number 1 and 2, going to be Mark Thrash in the number 4 position. Tyler Thompson in that number 5 spot. Man, that is so messing me up. Jonathan Burt all over the back of Thomas. He's going to lose ground into turn number 3. Let's see if he can bring it back in turn number 3 and 4. Ended a little bit higher. Might have been by plan as they come out of turn number 4. Going to be 70 laps complete when Jonathan Burt crosses the line this time by. Going to be 90 laps to go. 90 laps to go, closing in on the halfway point. And I'll tell you what, Derek Vance has turned up the wick in that number 19. He is closing the gap 1/10 of a second quicker last time. This time by, not 1/10. This time by, he was only 2/100ths of a second faster. I forget what it was last time. I was looking at best times. as he is now closing the gap on Matt Best. Asher has fallen back a little bit, but don't count him out. Mark Thrash currently in that number 4 spot. Tyler Thomas trying to defend Jonathan Burt as he works. Mark Thrash definitely getting interesting. How about Shane Haas up into the number 7 spot, trying to work his way forward. He got big damage early on as Asher's going to blink out of turn at number 2. Yeah, Derek is definitely trying to close the gap here. He is through turn at number 3 and 4. Let's see what these lap times look like this time. They were almost identical last time, but I think he was a tick quicker that time. He was only 1/100th. Yeah, can we hit 5,000 likes over there on TikTok? As Matt Best continues to lead the way. Got a battle for the number 5 spot. Jonathan Burt trying to slide in. Oh, Shane Haas into the back of Jared Claude. Jared Claude has not had a good night with cars hitting his back bumper. Almost goes around. Big save out of that number 88. This is not an easy car to drive. Look who's driving up through the field on a mission. It is going to be the 00 of Zach Lovelace. He is not happy right now in that 00 as he tries to move forward. He is now up to the number 8 spot. Look for him to make some ground up. Micah still alive in that number 20, currently sitting in 11th. Weatherington trying to make his way back up to the number 13 spot as they come out of turn number 4. I'll tell you what, Bill Sleep is not making it easy for Weatherington. Sleep is starting to get this thing figured out. That's got to be like Bill Sleep playing with his grandkid right there. Oh, that sucks, Johnny. Appreciate you coming into the stream, though, and saying hello. Hopefully next week you can have a little bit more time to race. It's been a tough one here tonight for some of these guys. Definitely a taxing race for you, mentally and physically. Derek Vance now starting to drop back a little bit from Matt Best. Asher Hansen in that number 3 spot. Mark Thrash in 4th. He is starting to move forward. He hasn't picked up the pace a little bit. He's still running about a 10th off of the leaders. Let's see if he's able to turn up the wick a little bit here late in this run. They pitted on lap 44. Jonathan Burt with the most gas. He pitted on lap number 48, so he's got a little bit more gas than some of the rest of these guys up in the front. Lovelace is definitely going to be on a whole different strategy. He took tires and he took gas back then on lap number 52. So he's got about 8 laps fresher tires. That could play a big difference here tonight. Definitely will on gas, allowing them to stay out later. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, he is picking people off like crazy. Oh my God, they're going to go 3 wide with the lap car as Jared Jones looks low out of turn number 2. Oh, a little bit of contact for the wall for Tyler Thomas. He's going to keep it straight. Jared Jones going to take advantage. He's going to get a twofer out of turn number 2. One of them was a lap car, but he does get 2 cars out of turn number 2. Jared Jones on the move in that number 99. It is definitely fun. Yeah, you looked good tonight. That does suck. I'll tell you what, Asher Hansen is starting to creep up. He is a little bit faster. Mark Thrash definitely picking up the pace a little bit now, running the same as Asher. So these lap times definitely starting to pick up the pace a little bit here. Mark was actually a little bit quicker than Asher that last time by. Watch for him to try and close the gap, but he is about 3, almost 4 seconds back in that number 38. I'm sure he'd be happy with a top 5 right about now. Matt Best continues to lead. Derek Vance in 2nd. Asher Hansen in 3rd. Mark Thrash in 4th. Jonathan Burt in that number 5 spot, but he's got Shane Haas hounding him out of turn at number 2 down the back straightaway, and Lovelace just behind him. Lovelace is definitely on a mission in that 00. Fun to watch him drive up through the field as here comes Haas up underneath Burt as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, they almost touch. Lovelace going to the bottom, down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Might have been a little contact with the wall for Shane Haas there, able to hold on to it. Jared Jones going to follow Lovelace through turn number 1 and 2. Great battle back here for that number 5 spot. Lovelace going to jump up to the number 5 position. He brings Jared Jones with him. Jared Jones, the 6th. So Jared Jones gonna remember him and Selby both pitted, but Selby is done. Selby's done. I don't know what happened to Selby, but he is off the track. As Asher has moved into that number 2 spot and made his way around Derek Vance. We got caught up in that other race, and we missed this one. Asher has moved up into second. That is not what Matt Best wanted to see. I wonder if he's looked at his relative. Zach Lovelace. I'll tell you what, Matt Best winning last week had Lovelace there, and Asher was coming on late. Asher with the one with the biggest advantage there late in that race last week. Matt Best has to be thinking about this. He does not have Lovelace behind him. When they close in on the end of this one, will Asher still be there to battle it out for the lead? He's got to worry about that. Asher's so good at the long run, saving tires as he is moving forward and slowly trying to creep in on our leader here tonight. And I'll tell you what, Mark Thrash might be the quickest car on the track right now. He is definitely the quickest car on the track right now in that number 38. So Mark Thrash definitely picking up the pace a little bit here. He might have to do it a little bit early. If he gets a late race restart, it might be interesting to see what Mark Thrash is able to do. Matt Best continues to lead. Asher Hansen in second. Derek Vance in third. Mark Thrash fourth. Zach Lovelace and Jared Jones pulling fifth and sixth. They are trying to move their way forward. They're not as fast as Mark Thrash, so they have slowed down a bit, trying to have to push their cars through. Shane Haas back up to the number 7 spot. Jonathan Burt is falling backwards in that number 16. So tires starting to go on that number 16. As Micah makes his way around them as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Let's see. We got David Mayo. I'll tell you what, phenomenal run for David Mayo. Currently in that number 10 spot, just keeping it clean, staying out of trouble here tonight. Running 10th. Thomas Wyatt is closing the gap, but David Mayo's got to be proud of where he's at right now. Yeah, everybody's kind of, those tires have leveled out. It's kind of what it is right now. We'll see what happens when we get pit cycles, as Asher has caught our leader. We're about to have a battle for the lead as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Will we end up with a new race leader as we have 70 laps to go? Oh, Matt making a little bit of a mistake there. Opens the door for Asher as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for the lead. Will we end up with a new race leader at the line? Side by side out of turn number 4. Drag race down the line. I think it was Best at the line. Barely as they head into 1 and 2. Matt Best going to fight hard on the outside, but it's too little as Asher's going to make his way out of turn number 2 and take that lead. Will he have the lead at the line as they come down the back straightaway? Down into turn number 3 and 4, it is going to be new race leader Asher Hansen. At this time by as they come across the line. Finally, somebody else has led a lap. Derek Vance has fallen back in that number 19. Mark Thrash definitely closing the gap, as he is still one of the quickest cars on the track. Him and Asher running about the same laps. No, I'll tell you what, Micah has pulled up the pace. He was the quickest car last time by. So Tyler Thomas down on pit road in that number 32. Those tires definitely getting tired. Fresh tires going to make a huge difference here tonight, as there's a little more than a second drop off. Let's see, lap 44. So, I mean, they ran quite a few laps. They had a bunch of cautions in there. So there's about a second fall off there before some of these guys start to think about pit stops. As Asher leads the way, Matt Best in second, Derek Vance in third, Mark Thrash in fourth. I'll tell you what, Matt Best is not letting Asher get away, and I think Asher might be holding back just a little bit, trying not to over push those tires, kind of see what kind of strategy these guys are going to play when they're going to pit. We're going to hear pit stops starting to happen here pretty soon. One car has already come down onto pit road. That was Tyler Thompson onto pit road on lap number 92. So he was the first one to pit in this cycle. Looks like Bill Sleep coming down onto pit road this time by as he heads into turn number 3. So Bill Sleep heading onto pit road in that number 65 machine. He's going to hit pit road as they put Shane Weatherington one lap down in that number 25. Would have been interesting to see what Shane could have done if he hadn't had that packet loss, because he definitely had some speed. Wasn't as far back until he had the packet loss and lost a ton of ground on these leaders. He probably would still be on the lead lap right now. As they come out of turn number 4, here comes the 19 of Derek Vance as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Asher definitely putting some separation between him and Matt Best now, starting to pull away. Let's take a look at these lap times. Mark Thrash still running some pretty solid laps. Micah has lost a little bit of pace, but I'll tell you what, Mark Thrash, Lovelace, and Asher Hansen kind of on their own little thing, as it looks like we got obviously going to stay out. Jared Jones still. It's going to be Shane Weatherington down on pit road in that number 25. So Weatherington going to come down on pit road. Oh, he's got a meatball. He got a flat. He got a flat again. Weatherington coming down on pit road in that number 25 as Asher continues to lead. Not the welcome back Shane Weatherington was looking for here tonight as he comes down onto pit road. Bill Sleep with some fresh tire. He's going to look for his way around Mark Thrash. He's going to stop him, pass him like he stopped out of turn number 2. Bill feeling like Superman out there. He's going to gap Mark Thrash there. Those fresh tires making a huge difference. You see him there. David Mayo still out on the track in that 08 machine right now. Still, he's just outside the top 10 currently in that number 11 spot. Solid run out of the 08 here tonight. We got to get him a paint. Definitely need to get a paint on him. Asher continues to put laps down as we are over the 100 lap mark here, closing in on the final stretch. Let's see, they pitted on lap 44. Yeah, I think when they pit, they'll be able to go the rest of the way. Asher continuing to lead the way. Matt Best in second. Derek Vance in third. Bill Sleep, he's probably going to make a lap here back the old-fashioned way in that number 65. And nobody knows old-fashioned quite like Bill Sleep. Mark Thrash down onto pit road. So Mark going to come down onto pit road in that number 38. He's going to come down and get some tires. Short pit this one. Take advantage of the fresh tires. Might be a good job. What's up, Remington? So Mark Thrash down on pit road. No black flag for him. I had to go look because he got a bunch of them last week. Asher, Derek Vance down on pit road. So the 19's coming down on pit road. I'll tell you what, Mark Thrash coming down will probably bring in... Oh, we got a wreck. We got a wreck. It looks like Bill Sleep caught up in that one. Wreck down the back straightaway. Bill Sleep into the inside wall. Oh, they kept it green. They kept it green. Single car crash. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Matt Best gets into Bill Sleep. Bill Sleep goes around in that number 65. Minimal damage there. Gets it going back straight. Keep it green so far. Micah down on pit road now. Micah down on pit road. We're going to keep an eye on what these pit times look like. Let's see. Mark Thrash at a 15.07 pit stop. He is 50.82 was total pit time. We're going to keep an eye on that. Let's see. Derek Vance. Just a tick quicker. All on pit road, I'll tell you. So it's all on pit road. Might be a little bit more gas maybe Mark took. As Asher continues to lead the way right now. He is 3.7 seconds in front of Matt Best. Look at this. Derek finally found a way to get around Matt Best. Fresh tires. He's just getting back a lap here, though, as they head through turn number 3 and 4. I'm telling you, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Mark Thrash and Derek Vance, both on fresh tires, taking advantage of the fresh rubber. They're going to be out ahead quite a bit when these pit cycles come through because they're gaining. Let's see. What kind of lap time is Mark Thrash running right now? Mark Thrash, well, they're running, so Mark Thrash ran a 23:12 last time by. Yeah, so he is a full second. So they're gaining 1 second a lap on these guys as it looks like Jonathan Burt and Shane Haas both on pit road. Lovelace is going to hit pit road. No black flags right now as I look over on my screen. So everybody keeping it clean on to pit road. We're going to see when Asher and Bess decide to hit pit road. Thomas Wyatt down on pit road in the number 13. Matt Best currently in. Matt Best has fallen back 5 seconds from Asher Hansen. He might want to go ahead and hit pit road and short pit him a little bit because those fresh tires are going to make a difference and even him up. But Asher's so good on these long runs. All right, let's take a look. So it looks like Lovelace had a good pit stop. Micah did not have a great pit stop. David Mayo still out there. It'll be interesting. If a caution flag came out, Mayo would be in a phenomenal position right now. Oh, no, he just went 1 lap down. So Mayo just going 1 lap down now. Asher going to pit this time by Mark Thrash all over the back of him, down the back straightaway. This might actually give Mark Thrash a little bit of advantage. Asher having to back out and let Mark around so he can get down on pit road. Not sure if that's going to affect him a little bit. Asher sideways, locks it down. Did he get a black? Wow, he got it down to speed. No black flag for the number 8 as he nails pit road. We're going to see how that affects his pit time. Matt Best comes in behind him. So that's going to move Jared Jones and David Mayo first and second. When will Mayo pit in that 08? I don't think he's looking forward to pitting. I would guess that he is not looking forward to pitting here. Definitely a treacherous place to pit. All right, so this is going to be interesting to see how this cycles through. Right now, we got Jared Claude now. Oh, Jared's going to hit pit road now. David Mayo is going to stay out. Will he lead 1 lap here? Will we get a lap led out of David Mayo? We are going to get a lap led out of David Mayo, I believe. He is going to pass Jared before the line. David Mayo gets a lap led here. Hell yeah. What the cat he says. All right, so David Mayo staying out on the track, hoping maybe for a little bit of luck right here. He could lock a lot of the field down right now. Well, I mean, a lot of people will take the wave around, but he'll put himself in a pretty nice situation if the caution were to come out right now. Yeah, so Mark Thrash and Derek Vance have both jumped Asher, but Asher closing in on Mark Thrash with those fresh tires as they head through turn number 3 and 4. So definitely different strategies being played here right now. I'll tell you what, Mark Thrash had nothing to lose here. How did that affect? So I'll tell you what, Asher still had a brutally fast pit. He came in sideways and his total pit lane time was a 49.68. He was the fastest out of everyone. Oh no, I take that back. Matt Best had a 48.85. So Matt Best was 1 second quicker. So he hit pit road a little bit better, but Asher still a brutally fast pit stop on pit road. Moody's race control. Moody and Cody Harrelson are both race control. David Mayo continuing to tick down laps led in that 08. He is praying for a caution right now. Mayo continues to lead. Derek Vance in a second. Mark Thrash in third. Asher Hansen in fourth. Asher pressuring Mark Thrash. Scared. Moody's. You see dirt on me. I'll tell you what. I can't wait till we do something with Arca. Oh, Asher blinks out. Mark almost got wrecked right there. No clue where Asher was at. Asher had the run as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Asher to the outside. Mark Thrash giving it to him as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Mark's going to do what he can. Oh, almost contact there. Little bit of contact. Asher able to hold on to it. Mark Thrash has got to let him go. Back up to the front, David Mayo continuing to lead. Derek is closing in right now quite fast. He is running a lot faster than David Mayo. Oh, almost 2 seconds a lap quicker. Mayo's gonna have to hit pit road here pretty soon. He is not looking forward to that. David Mayo continues to lead. I'll tell you right now, Derek Vance solidly in that number 2 spot. Asher is closing the gap, though, in that number 8 machine. Where is Matt Best? Matt Best has got to be closing in on Mark Thrash. He's not quite there. Currently in that number 5 spot. Lovelace is back there in 6th. Not the race he wanted. Appreciate it, Kenny. Appreciate it. All right, so David Mayo is going to be pitting in this time by. He's going to hit pit road. Oh, he gets a little tight down on the apron. He's going to hit pit road finally. He was hoping for a caution. It wasn't a bad strategy move as Jonathan Burt tries to find his way around the leader, trying to get a lap back. So Burt 1 lap down. He is the first car 1 lap down. As Derek Vance now inherits the lead. He did get it here today. He has been racing hard up at the front. Asher Hansen in that number 2 spot. Mark Thrash in 4th. And I'll tell you what, Matt Best has got to be on that gas pedal. He had this race dominated in the beginning as we are 25 laps complete, guys. We got 35 laps to go. It's just a sprint from here. Out of turn number 2. Oh, Thrash sideways. Him and Best almost get together as they head into turn number 3. Mark was trying to hold on to it, trying to keep in front of Matt Best as long as he could. Best going to go around as they come out of turn number 4. Mark Thrash might be looking for a caution here to get back on the lead lap as here comes David Mayo back out on the track. All right, so Vance going to put Bill Sleep 1 more lap down. He's got Jonathan Burt with him. Jonathan Burt trying to find his way around that number 19. As they head into turn at number 1 and 2. 127 complete. Where's Clint Boyer when we need him right now? I'll tell you what, Matt Best is looking for Clint Boyer. Oh, we got a race back here. Jared Jones making his way around Tyler Thompson as they head through turn at number 1 and 2. He's going to take the spot back up to the number 7 spot for Jared Jones. He's been fast all night long. A little bit farther back than I'm sure he expected. Tyler Thomas back to the number 8 spot. How about Shane Haas in that number 9 position right now? Jonathan Burt rounding out the top 10, 1 lap down. Here comes Asher Hansen out of turn at number 4. I said early on, he was definitely one of the ones to watch out for here tonight. As he is closed in on that number 19, he is looking for the lead as they come out of turn number 2. The kid Speed in that number 8 machine, closing the gap on Derek. He's got to get on the gas. Such a good run through the middle of turn number 3 and 4. A little bit fresher tires. Let's see, what was the pit difference? That was almost a 9 lap difference on tires here. Asher going to move up to the high side, make his way around the number 19. Only 1 second back from this battle is going to be Matt Best as he tries to close the gap. Matt Best is running some brutally fast times right now. His last lap was a 23.6. So Matt Best definitely on the move. A little bit slower that time, trying to make his way around Jonathan Burt. But Matt Best has got some speed right now. He is trying to get up to that lead. If we get Matt Best is definitely the best on newer tires. If we get a caution flag here and some fresh tires, this race for the win is going to be awfully interesting here tonight as we are inside 30 laps to go. We got 28 laps to go. Asher Hansen leading the way. We got quite the battle of lap cars just ahead of the leaders. Trying to figure out who is battling up there in front of our leader. All right, so Shane Haas and Tyler Thompson both on the lead lap right now, but I'll tell you, Asher is closing the gap on these guys. They are almost one lap behind the leader as the leader is closing in. Coming across the line, Shane Haas knows it. He's trying to pick up that sense of urgency and find his way around Tyler Thompson as they come out of turn number 2. Man, he is so quick. Matt Best has made his way up into that number 2 spot, closing the gap on Asher. He's running about a 1/10.5 faster a lap than Asher, but Asher able to be a little bit easier on his car, knowing he's got that lead to give up as Shane Haas trying to make his way around Tyler Thomas as he can see Asher closing in his mirror. Tyler gets the wall out of turn number 2. Tyler going to hit the wall, able to keep it going straight. Shane Haas going to take advantage. Here comes Asher down low into turn number 3 and 4. Tyler going to look to go a lap down here out of turn number 4 as Asher's going to get up underneath them. That held up Shane just a little bit. That allowed Asher to close in more on him. We have 8 cars left on the lead lap as they come out of turn number 2. Here comes Asher, putting Shane Haas 1 lap down into turn number 3 and 4. All right, so we are closing in on the end of this one. Matt Best now has to make his way around that traffic. Asher able to hold pace. Now starting to pull away from Matt Best just a little bit. Thomas is going to get out of the way as Matt Best moves around him out of turn number 2. I think he's used the good out of those tires trying to catch Asher as they head into turn number 3 and 4. But we're going to find out as he gets up underneath Shane. Shane going to give him plenty of room. Move Matt Best around him. Now it is clear sailing to the number 8. Can he close that gap? Asher continues to lead. Mark Thrash has had a good race, but he's got about a 2.5 seconds ahead of Lovelace. Definitely looking right now like he could close the top 5 easily here tonight, possibly a top 4. Hopefully he can hold on. Derek Vance currently in that number 3 spot. Mark Thrash 4 seconds back. They're running pretty similar lap times right now. These top 2 definitely running brutally fast laps, though, as Matt Best gets a little sideways, trying to give it a little bit more gas, trying to close in on Asher. But Asher is pulling away in that number 8 as they come across the line. We got 20 laps to go. 20 laps to go. Let's see. We got any battles out on the track? These two pretty close together still. Pretty quiet right now around the track. Field is spread out. Oh, we got a little bit of it's not really a battle. The 60 is a couple laps down as he is going to move his way around Jared Jones. Probably a little bit fresher tires. Let's take a look. Yeah, he pitted on lap 123, so definitely fresher tires on that number 60 machine. Yeah, Matt is definitely starting to lose a ton of ground as they come out of turn number 4. Not a whole lot left in the tank. He's going to be hoping for a caution flag at this point. Derek Vance in that number 3 spot solidly. Mark Thrash in 4th. Losing ground on Lovelace. Not a ton, but definitely a little bit as Lovelace is... Actually, Lovelace was slower that time by. Micah has picked up the pace a little bit here. He's about the same distance behind Lovelace that Lovelace is behind Thrash. Trying to close that gap in that number 20. Great run for him, currently in that number 6 spot. Asher continues the lead as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 144 laps here tonight. out of 160. That's going to leave us with 16 laps to go for the number 8. He's got lap traffic up ahead. We'll see how that plays a factor. If one of these guys make a mistake, that could be treacherous for the number 8 car here tonight. As he is going to blink out a little bit there as they head into turn at number 3 and 4. He had to put his blinker on to let him know he is changing lanes to pass him. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It looks like Jared Claude going to give him the room. That moves back down as the 13 of Wyatt moves up to the top side. Asher going to make his way around him. Now he's going to move up underneath the 88 of Jared Claude in that number 88 machine. Asher has 14 more laps to go. Matt Best definitely losing a lot of ground on our leader. He was using up those tires trying to catch him. He definitely gave it all she had in that number 6 machine. Mark Thrash making his way around lap traffic. He's going to put Jonathan Burt one more lap behind him. Lovelace trying to close the gap. Micah Hutton trying to... Oh, Micah's lost ground on our leader. Or on our 5th place car, hasn't he? Yeah, he's dropped off the pace a little bit. I think someone said that they might be Oh, I think he was going high. He was going high for him. Okay. I thought somebody said they were pitting, but it was just Shane Haas saying he was going high for the 19 of Derek Vance. Derek Vance, solid run here tonight. Led some laps. He's been second much of the night, third much of the night. Great car here in that number 19. Just not enough for Matt Best and Asher here. Good run for him. He's got to be happy about that. Yeah, they've gone pretty flat. Mark Thrash has been running a little bit faster here lately than Zach Lovelace. That is flattened out for the battle for 4th as they come across the line. Asher definitely having a little bit of a connection issue. You always got to wonder if that could come back to bite him as he is behind Jared Jones. Jared Jones currently the final car, 1 lap down. Jones going to move up the track as Asher going to make his way around and put him 1 lap down. Only 6 cars left on the lead lap. I don't think that Micah's going to go a lap down. I think he should be pretty safe as these guys have 9 laps to go at the line. Tyler Thomas down on pit road. You know, if somebody else has got a pit, David Mayo is going to get a top 10. Right now, he's sitting in that number 11 spot, making his way around Tyler Thompson. Tyler down on pit road. Mayo does have fresher tires in a lot of the field, running pretty competitive laps right now. Taking a look. I mean, Jonathan Burt or maybe Shane might have to pit. I don't think they will. I'm not 100% sure as Asher continues to lead down the back straightaway. Oh, we had one loose back there. It was the 88. Had his hands full, able to hold on to it out of turn number 2. That could have been easily a caution as they come out of turn number 4. Matt Best was rooting for it. Yeah, Matt's losing serious ground at this point in the run as Asher has 7 laps to go in that number 8 machine. No battling around the track. The field is pretty spread out. We might have some people going a lap down, but nobody racing for position on the track. It is all Asher Hansen out front, leading the way here as he heads into turn number 1 and 2. Perfect race ran here tonight. He did not get the qualifying time he wanted. He knew he had a lot of work to do. He has been able to do it tonight in that number 8 machine. Solid run for him. Looking for the victory as he comes across the line. 5 laps to go for the number 8 of Asher Hansen. Matt Best solidly in second. I don't think Derek's not going to catch him. He is 8 seconds back. So don't expect Derek Vance to catch him. Mark Thrash currently in the number 4 spot. Lovelace and him have stayed pretty much identical here. Micah sitting in that number 6 spot. He has actually closed the gap on Lovelace. He has picked up the pace here once again in that number 20 machine, but it might be too little too late with 4 laps to go. Better make it 3 laps to go as our leader comes across the line. He is definitely hoping these guys can keep it lean and green for 3 more laps. Solid run here tonight. Jonathan Burt. Burt has issues. Where's he at? Burt has issues. But it stays green as he's got a ton of damage on that number 16's nose. Does he spin out? Does he spin out coming off of pit road? Does he get on the gas? It's so easy. Yeah. Oh. Oh no, Jonathan Burt. And you know what? That puts David Mayo into the top 10. How about that? I can't help but root for Mayo and Bill Sleep a little bit here. Bill Sleep down on pit road. White flag is out. The white flag brought to you by John's. Thank you, John's mom. As they come out of turn 2, Asher with a little wiggle as he heads into turn number 3 and 4. Looking for that checker flag. Great race here run by the kid as he's going to come across the line. Take the win here tonight in that number 8 machine. Good win by Asher. Matt Best in second. Derek Vance going to bring it home in that number 3 spot. Great run for him. Oh, no. Tyler's loose. Out of turn. Wow. He's able to hold on to it. Mark Thrash going to bring it home in 4th. Lovelace in 5th. Great run for these guys here tonight. Micah's going to bring it home 6th. Jared Jones 7th. Shane Haas. Jared Claude. And how about David Mayo bringing in a top 10 here tonight? Well, he didn't. He made it. He made it barely. Oh, he's out of gas right now. Mark Thrash did run out of gas. All right, so it's going to be Asher Hansen with the win here tonight. Matt Best. Matt Best in a second. Derek Vance in 3rd. Going to be Mark Thrash in that number 4 spot. Zach Lovelace in 5th. Micah Huto in that number 6 spot. Jared Jones in 7th. Shane Haas in 8th. Going to be Jared Claude in the number 9 spot. David Mayo in 11th. Thomas Wyatt in 11th. Going to be Tyler Thomas in that number 12 spot. Jonathan Burt in 13th. Gavin Dammit in 14th. Going to be Bill Sleep in 15th. Shane Weatherington in 16th. Selby in 17th. Going to be Johnny Gudekunst in that number 18 spot. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, it is going to be Riley Green in 19th, Cody Nevin 20th, and Dana McConnell in that number 21st spot. What a race here tonight. We're going to go ahead and pull in our top 3. I got one. Going to bring in Matt Best. Matt Best. Where is Derek? Derek's not in here. I don't see Derek. Do we know where Derek is?
I have no idea. Tag him in the Discord, maybe?
He already left. You can. All right. So we get a lap 1 wreck. I think it's a Texas Speed tradition. And then a lot of green flag laps. Matt, you were dominant early on in this one, leading a lot of laps. But when those tires wore in, oh, hello, Derek. I guess I'll talk to Derek. Screw you, Matt. No, just kidding. I'll keep with you, Matt. Coming home second place here tonight, but good run. That track was definitely a lot of strategy today.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was.
basically. Oh, go ahead, Derek.
No, we can go with Matt.
No, you finished second. Go ahead, Matt.
We'll go with Matt. I already started talking about him anyway.
All right. Yeah. Basically, I just try to control the starts. It's a pretty big advantage here, as you could tell. You basically by the end of turn 1, you're half a second or more up, and then once you factor in those lap cars on the inside, and P2 and back basically has to battle with those guys through the first couple turns. Then you're kind of just managing tires up front.
Yeah, those single file restarts definitely play into the leader's hands, I think.
Yeah, it's such a big advantage, and that was the plan going in, and it's going well. And then we got a few back-to-back cautions, and honestly, I think I just kind of got out of the rhythm and started pushing a little too hard. And then, I mean, obviously Asher came out of nowhere.
It looked like as you guys got in a few laps there, and you were able to set the pace early on, it just seemed like the tire fall off was pretty big in these things, and how much you were able to save those tires definitely made a huge difference closing in on the end of those long green flag runs.
Yeah, I think the first pit I took, I was at like 64 on the front right, and everybody else was at like 30s. So and then the second pit I was at 30s, so I was doing something wrong after that first pit. I don't know if I just got in my head or if I changed up my line a little bit, but I was eating up the right front there after the middle of the race.
A lot more lap traffic probably playing a role too, but great run here tonight. Second, definitely a better day than yesterday. I want to give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors.
Asher, Derek, you guys for running up front. Good race. Texas Speed guys, obviously. I wish we had some better luck, but unfortunately we didn't as a collective. You've put on the race. John for organizing everything, and last but not least, John's mom.
Always got to thank John's mom. Derek, great run here tonight in that number 19 machine. Solid top 3 all night long. Just playing that strategy. Short pitted everybody. You and Mark actually short pitted the field there. Able to grab those fresh tires. Probably hoping for a caution flag to play in late on that one, but the tires were too gone, and those guys seemed to come up and catch you pretty quick there.
Yeah, I was hoping the tires were going to hang on longer than they did, but I burned them off trying to go through lap traffic. Not much I can do once they got to me. I could hold them up for maybe half a lap or so, and then just got to let them go so I don't get held up too much. I didn't want fourth place to catch me.
Yeah, I think he had his own hands full. He almost ran out of gas. How close were you on gas?
I think I had 4 laps left.
Yeah, you pitted
quite a bit.
Yeah, you pitted. Mark actually pitted on 139, so you still had. Hold on, let me look. When did Mark pit? Why is it not telling me?
I think I pitted the lap after him.
Yeah, so I thought you pitted the lap after him. It's not telling me what lap right now. But great run here tonight. Solid finish, 3rd place. Can't complain about that. This race got a little chaotic there in the middle, especially with the lap cars down on the bottom side. So surviving that was a big difference here tonight, as we saw Lovelace was not able to survive that. But good run. You got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
I just want to thank you guys for announcing MDiTV, and thank Texas Speed for having a league. I appreciate being here. It's fun. Yeah,
definitely good race out of you. It was great watching different strategies, and you finished where you were running anyway, so you got to feel good about that.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right,
on to next week.
All right, have a good one. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Asher, you did not get the qualifying run you wanted. Had to make your way through traffic, take care of those tires, and you close in on those leaders. I told them earlier they got to watch out for these long green flag runs, and man, you were just so good as you get a lot of green flag runs, green flag pit stops. Almost blew it on the one pit stop, came in sideways coming down to pit road.
Yeah, I took it way too aggressive, I think, because I think I lost a lot of time doing that, and I don't know. Dover's a really hard pit stop because you have to start slowing down, especially with the older tires, like before you even hit turn 3, if you want to slow down enough. And it's definitely hard to. But I knew I had a gap to Matt. You're talking about that last one, right?
Yep, the last one.
I had like a 3-second gap to Matt, so I just I think I cooked it a little bit, but then I slowed down a lot right there, and but yeah, I don't even know. He caught me there a little bit, but yeah, I had fun pit stops.
He was so good on fresh tires. I think that was the big difference there why I catch you. He was about I think a half a second faster than you on pit road total time. And I think your pit stops were about identical. It doesn't show me because you guys are on pit road because it's the end of the race, so that's why it doesn't show me right now. But you guys weren't that far apart on pit road time. And you guys were so much faster than everybody else for total pit road time. So that definitely made it interesting. And it was on the pit road. It wasn't the pit stop times. The pit stop times were all pretty close together. So that definitely made it interesting. Now, I have to ask you, I mean, everybody knows how good you are, especially on these long run races. Do you think just seeing your name in the relative makes a difference on how some of these guys drive and may give you an advantage in these long run races at this point?
I don't know, but I might have. I mean, Matt, he was it that when we went back green on that last restart, he was definitely like he was pushing it a lot harder than I was. I felt like, but I was still keeping up a little bit. But he was definitely faster than me in the short run. I will give him that. I just was able to run the bottom consistently and was able to get them. But I don't know if my name actually does matter and they're if they're scared more. But they're definitely know that I am fast in these long runs, and I proved it today. And yeah, I can't believe I won by 4.4 seconds. I mean,
you had a little bobble there coming out of turn 2, I think it was. That scared me a little bit on the last lap.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even feel anything on that final lap. I was just chilling. Really.
Well, great run here tonight. Phenomenal run out of that number 8. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Thanks to Texas Speed Sim Racing for letting me run this season, and I will be waiting for next race. I didn't have it pulled up. Miami next week. I'm gonna enjoy that one. That's a 1.5 miles. I'm good at those.
Yeah.
Had fun racing when we went to do the recruitment races, and yeah, thanks to everyone, and thanks to John's mom.
Yeah, I was going to make sure that I know that's in your contract. You got to thank John's mom. Okay.
Wow.
Just play it. Have a good one, buddy.
Yeah,
good win.
You.
Enjoy it.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Asher with a phenomenal win here tonight in style. Great racing out there on the track. Couple little hiccups, but overall phenomenal racing. This series is really turning into something. We'll see what next week brings at Homestead. As always, we want to thank John's mom here on this program, and be safe and have a good